Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Melvina. In this channel, we talk about children, how we can bring up children to be a good citizen. And when the children are sick, they cannot be a good citizen. If they are not brought up well, they cannot be a good citizen. So subscribe, like and press the notification bell so that anytime I upload video, you will see it and comment on what you know about children. Today's topic is about shaking baby syndrome. Shaking baby syndrome is a very risky sickness towards our little kids, new baby born. Particularly the new baby born that, when you born them, they will be crying. Sometimes, when you come back from hospital, you'll be tired, these kids will be crying, and you'll get annoyed and you start shaking this baby with annoyance. And when you are shaking this baby with annoyance, you will injure the baby internally and you will not know. So, when this baby is crying, you start shaking the baby, please stop, please stop, please stop. The baby is fragile, it's delicate. The bones are delicate. This baby shaking syndrome is, an injury from the brain, because once you are shaking the baby, the brain will move. That is because it's a soft brain. So inside the brain we have injury. Either it will swell up, or it will have an injury that will cause blood in the brain. And not only that, shaking the baby can make the baby have dislocation in her neck, or in her leg, or in her waist, or in her ribs. So with this, it's so dangerous for the babies, particularly the newborn babies. Newborn babies from the first day to 2 months. Even more than that, because they are delicate, these kids. When you are shaking a newborn baby because you are annoyed, because it's crying too much, you have the risk of breaking something internally. And most particularly this shaking baby syndrome is so, go and read it, please read it, because of the undeveloped country that they don't have money to take care of their children, so that your child will not get blind or get be dislocate. You will not be able again, because you will think you born the child like that. It's not true. It's because of the shaking. You shaked the child one day and it affects the system somewhere in the internal system. So please try to read this. Why? I am not a doctor, but when I see all these dangerous things, I always think about undeveloped country that they don't have money, and many of all these children will have this problem, and they cannot go to hospital. Then these little children will suffer it, and they will come up growing dislocated. That is, maybe they cannot walk, they cannot hear very well. Even when they are trying to walk, they cannot, or they are trying to make speech, because something have damaged inside the child's body that you did not know. So when you notice that when you shake this baby, since you shake this baby is no more feeling hungry. When you are giving the baby food, it's so difficult for the child to eat. Or the child is, it doesn't be awake. He will always want to sleep. He's so weak. When you notice all these things, the child is vomiting too much. when you notice that since you shake this baby, something changed in her body, because most of us will say, it's growing, maybe something, maybe the food is too well in the child's body, so they will not take notice of this. So the child will be fainting, it will be having convulsion, the child will be having convulsion. These are the signs. Will be having convulsion, it will not be eating, it will be vomiting, many things. It will be very weak to wake up. When you are even giving the breast milk, it's not so when it's growing, maybe it's something about it will be growing weakly. You will notice that some of us don't notice it because we think it's just a joke. That is why in my past video, when I did about little children, I was saying that the old way of our mother treating children, when you bear out your children, you go and meet your mother or your grandmother, it will come and look children for you, and then we start drawing the children as they did to us. And this is shaking baby syndrome. It's a big, dangerous something for children. So I don't know how we are still alive. When I read all these things, or when I know I start to think, how can all these things are very dangerous. So if you are a mother, particularly when you don't have money, try to read a little bit about children, particularly the newborn babies, so that you will not injure your baby. Some people will just, I've did all those things in the other video. We just use hot water to be pressing a little bit child baby navel, or using they will put something in the fire, they will be putting in the navel will get infected. They will say he have a big navel. It's infected navel. So please, we should try to read all these things and try to do a modern way of taking care of children, because now we have opportunity to know modern things, new things that will help us to bring up our children without making mistake. If we can read often about, particularly if you are a new mother, you should learn how to read. And please, when your baby is crying, don't shake your baby. It's very dangerous, because they are soft. Their brain inside can move. This shaking baby syndrome is a very dangerous. Please read it. Read about it, because it causes a lot of problem to the little children from the first day to 2 years, and some from that first day to 5-6 years. It depends on the strongness of the baby. But the most dangerous ones that can have this thing easily is this new baby born, that our grandmother will just come, they will shake their head, turn their head upside down. I don't know how we'll be able to be alive today. So please try to read a lot of things, so that when your child will be having problem in future, you will not say, what happened? Why am I so my things are so hard? Why is it that my child is sick? It's because of how we take care of them. I'm not a doctor, but sometimes I read about children to see the big risk about them, so that I will tell you people. When I have the time, I do sometimes put eyes to read a little bit, to know the risky that undeveloped country can have. And immediately when you notice, when you shake this baby, the baby starts a little bit different, vomiting, not eating, and having convulsion. All this, when you see all these symptoms, you have to rush down to the nearest hospital, so that they will make tests and give you something to at least save your child. If not, some of the child will get big, like 2 years, they will have eyes problem. They will not be hearing very well. So this is caused by something that went away in their body. When you were shaking them with annoyance, stop. It happened to most mothers that just come back from hospital. They are tired. Then the children will be crying and the rest. Please have the endurance. Pet the child. Don't shake the child. Don't shake the child. Don't throw the child up, or hold the child in the leg and start throwing the child up with that as if you are playing. It's not that time they are delicate. Don't do it. Let them grow before you do all those play. But if you are doing it out of annoyance, don't do it. If you are using it as a play, please, because I know we do it a lot. We throw children up and down thinking we are playing with them. Now that I know, I will not do it to any child. So please read a little bit about children, particularly you that is in a developed country, that is so difficult for you. You don't have money, and any of all these things can bring problem to you, and your child that you brought into the world, you love your child, you will not want your child to have any problem seeking inside his or her body. So we should be careful how we treat these newborn babies. We should be careful. Anytime these children are crying, just hold them by you. Oh, my sweet. Oh, don't cry. Soft. Don't be annoyed. Have patience. I know sometimes some people made the operation. When they get home, the children will be crying. They don't know what to do. They will say, stop, yours is too much. So please, just remember that these children are still delicate. They are growing. Their inside is building. It's building. You cannot make rough play with them, because it can give them internal injury, particularly the brain and that brain join with a lot of things in your body, and after the child will have high problem, or he will not be hearing very well, or when he is trying to walk the first time he cannot, because he have something that is disfigured inside their body. So when you bear children, please, I said it in one of my videos, I will still say it. Try to learn new modern way of bringing up children. In those days have passed. They don't know what we know now. A lot of technology, a lot of people that knows things. They read, they go to school, they read, and a lot of new things came out. How to treat your children, how to take care of your children. So you that is in a developed country, you don't have money, you don't have work, or you are managing yourself. So you should try, by all means, to read a little bit. If you cannot read, let your husband read. And when you come back from hospital, tell your husband to read a little bit about little children, so you can learn from there, and so that you can learn from there to bring up your child in a good way, where the child will live well and without no sickness. But if you go and call your grandmother, just bear children, you come and help me to do it like in those days way. That in those days way doesn't work out in this day, in this time. In 2021, it doesn't work, because the children that is coming out is a new children with a new technology. So we should know that, we should be able to be happy that we are alive the way that our grandmother, great-grandmother treated us. They were not having anything. They are doing things out of their way. But now there are a lot of things. So if you read a little bit about children, you will know that there are many mistakes that we made, or that our mother made. You will not make the same mistake with your child, so that the child will not be sick. You will be finding money to take care of the child. Where will you go? Hospital? You don't have money, you go to private hospital. The general hospital doesn't work. The private hospital, you cannot afford it. So when you have these children, try to be reading to know more about children so that you will bring them up in a right way. I promise that I'm going to do this in YouTube, so that is why I did it here, so that I will have time to explain it more to you people, that you that have little children, from the first day he came home to about 2, even some 3-4 years also, is still growing. So take care how you behave to them. When they are playing rough play, try to tell them, please don't injure yourself. But the little ones that you have in your hand, these ones are very, very dangerous when you are shaking them. Very, very, you know. Or you just say you are playing with the child, you start to do the child like this, do the child like this. Is growing. The body is still soft. The muscles are soft. The brain can shift. So please read about it so that you will know what I'm saying. Because if you don't read about it, you will not really know what I'm saying. So please try to read when you have little children to know how you will take care of them. Thank you for listening to me. I will stop this video here. Please try to subscribe and follow my Facebook page every Thursday night, 10:30 p.m. I always do live videos, 10:30 p.m. in Europe time, and in Nigerian time is 9:30 p.m. Those are the two time I know. But you can look this time to know the time so that you can join me in my live video. And if you have anything to talk about children, there is a number in my page in Facebook. My page is Melvin Adafi Children Education. That number have WhatsApp, so you can WhatsApp me from all over the world and tell me you have a video to show people how they can bring up their children. People will be very happy to listen to you, and you can learn from other people. Thank you for listening to me. Love you all. Love the world. Ciao.